Okay, ek kan live gaan. Ek gaan hom nou druk julle, hoor.
Okay.
Alright, ons is live. Hello everyone. I'm just doing quality control things here so that I'm making sure that we are indeed live. If you are in the chat, please let me know. Let me also do this on this side. Okay, just this side. Okay. Please tell us in the live if you are seeing us and if you can hear us, if you can hear me. I think we need to give some time. There's 15 people currently on 21. Okay, my moderator is telling me that we are heard. Seeing and hearing 100%. Hi, you are live. Says Independence Jan Crafts. Leonie, hello, you Leonie. Amanda, I can see in word. Hello. Claudette, hello, julle. Rosemary, hi, Yaline. And the other two ladies. Almri says, hi, Yaline and friends. Oh, so we are live. Welcome to this live, everyone. I am so excited and I'm so lucky to be joined by two extraordinary ladies, Leandra and Monique. So I am going to hand over to them so that they can introduce themselves. So yeah, go forward. You're so welcome.
Baie dankie. Thank you very much. My name is Monique and this is my mom, Leandra. And we are the organizers of the Crochet Marathon that we will be hosting on the 26th and 27th of May.
Oh, thank you so much for introducing yourself. I have to say that this has been really taking the country by storm. I think it started small and you didn't anticipate the growth, right?
We didn't.
So tell us, how did this all started?
Well, basically, we are the ATKV, the Afrikaans Taal en Kultuur Vereniging, and we are the West Rand branch. Our branch name is Arendsnes. And yearly, we do a big project that we haven't done previously. So 2 years ago, during COVID, we did the ATKV rocks. You know, where you paint the rocks and you place them somewhere, and when someone finds them, they post a photo on Facebook and they move them again. So yes, that was one of our projects, and it went quite far. I think one of our rocks actually went to Australia or New Zealand, but a photo popped up from there.
Oh, wow.
And then our project last year was Musiekpret, which is like it's a music trivia game, and that was hosted at the Verskil Hekel here in Roodepoort, and the feedback was just amazing.
Oh,
so
wow.
We were sitting and thinking, what can we do where we can involve our members, firstly, that start from basically 2 years up to 85, 86 years, and where we can involve the community, where we can do something that's arty but not too difficult. And then Leandra came up with the idea of, what about a crochet marathon? And I thought, nah, who's still crocheting nowadays? Nobody's doing it.
She was saying to me, Hekel, mama ragtig Hekel.
So at first, and I was ducking and diving the question. So I said, let's talk about it tomorrow. And the day after, she said, Monique, what about the marathon? I think it can work. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, I don't have the energy for this. Let's do something else. And eventually she said, let's try it and see what the response from the community is.
But at that time, sorry, first of all, I must say I'm going to try my best in English. So as ek hoor slaan, there it goes. So I said to her, you know what? Let's do a safari marathon. So what we can do is, because we're only going to be a few ladies, it's going to be winter time, so they can actually crochet in our lounge.
Yeah.
So then let's do a safari marathon. Then we can go to the maybe the 3 old age homes in our area, and those ladies can crochet with us. So that's where the safari came from.
Yeah. And then we said, well, you need and someone that is only starting now needs about an hour to do a block. So we said, if we do 3 hours at the one venue and then move to the next venue and move to the next venue, it'll total up to 30 hours. That's where the 30 hours came from. But we didn't anticipate that the whole of South Africa and beyond would want to crochet with us. So we are real estate agents on the West Rand, Leandra Real Estate. So it's a mom and daughter team. And we do marketing. That's our job. We market. So at first we wanted to test the waters to see how many ladies can crochet the 30 hours with us. So we started doing marketing.
Okay, but we first found Mara. Mara is she's in charge of the ladies at Maak Verskil. So I found Mara and said, Mara, we want to do a crochet marathon. Yeah, it can work, she said to me. I said to her, but how long does it take for one to do a block? I mean, I do crochet, but how long does it take? And what do we need? And so she said, okay. I said, okay, I'll phone you back. So we were phoning backward and forward. And then we started and then we actually told the group, the ATKV-tak Arendsnes group, that we're going to have a crochet marathon. And I could see all the men's faces, really.
Why?
And the ladies were all smiling. And that was actually the first sign. That was the first sign, because all the ladies were smiling and they were so excited. And when they left, because it was our first function of the year, when they left, almost all the ladies came to me and said, are we really going to crochet for 30 hours? Oh, wow, really. And that's where it started.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, it's really, I want to know actually, Monique, because you were the one that was very skeptical.
Very.
And I'm just wondering what is going on in your mind right now, from saying this, it's what, to what you've experienced up until now.
I didn't crochet. We like doing art, we like doing crafts, we like
very into hobbies.
We're very into hobbies. So every now and again my mom says, let's learn this new hobby. Let's take it on, we learn it, we do it, we run it until we can do it good, and then we start a new hobby. And crocheting was one of my mom's hobbies that she was doing, and I thought, nah, I don't know. It's something that the elderly can do. I'm not keen on it. You'll see my daughters had ponchos on this morning. So every year they put in their order for winter. Oma, we want fairy ponchos and we want unicorn ponchos and. But I never saw the need of trying it myself. And then about a month ago, my mom said, Monique, how can we host an event if the organizers can't be part of it? And I said, well, I can do the marketing. I can do marketing and I can do everything. I can run this project. We can organize it and run it, but I'm not going to do it. And she said to me, Monique, it's going to take you a few hours just to learn it, but sit down and we'll try a few blocks. And I'm hooked. I'm completely hooked.
She's done enough blocks for five
blankets.
5 blankets already. So she's really.
My fingers are so swollen, I can't wear my wedding ring.
That is amazing.
Because every night when the kids go to bed, and because we've got our own business, you know, obviously there's no business hours for us. So we do a few admin and adverts and everything until 11 o'clock. So basically between 11 and 2 o'clock in the mornings, I sit and I crochet. And I promise you, now I understand why people enjoy it so much. At first, I thought, really? When I get to school, all the ladies in the cars are sitting and crocheting while they wait for the kids at school. And I thought, come on, don't they have anything better to do? Now I'm one of those ladies. I arrive at school a half an hour earlier so that I can sit and crochet in the car.
That is so funny and so relatable. It's so funny because I think what I'm so excited about is that this Safari Crochet Marathon doesn't only enable maybe the more older at heart people to have, feel that they are providing a service and they are feeling needed, right? But also I think for the younger people, they're excited because they're learning new things. We are part of a community of crocheters, and there's more younger people that's actually starting crochet. It's really a thing, and it really makes me excited. And I'm so happy that you.
I must tell you, I've met so many ladies or many people during this marathon, and the other day I said to someone, if I go on, for instance, ATKV-tak a website, and they're amazing. It's a younger culture. It's just amazing. I love it.
You have to go to a shop if you haven't been there. I mean,
I haven't, and I'm definitely going to go. I didn't even know about her. And
no, she's amazing.
Said, right, I think after 3 weeks of the marathon, after we've launched, someone said, why is she not on this group as yet? And they asked me to invite her and whatever, and she came on, and I couldn't believe what she's doing, the handbags and the classes and the videos, and it's so young, it's new. I love it.
The vibe that she's bringing.
Yes, and also she loves community work. She always have community projects going. But it's not only her. There's other wool yarn shop that is extraordinary. I know Dane Sarley is part of this. I'm pleased for the other people that's here that has maybe yarn shops. If I don't shout at them, it's not because I don't think you're amazing, it's just because I don't know you. But something like, for instance, the Volleys in Benoni, they are amazing. If you haven't been there, you're missing out. Dane Sarley, all these places, and for me it's also amazing because we are starting to then actually supporting our local yarn shops, which really needs our love. And
I must tell you, so I get so excited about this. I've tried, I actually asked every small WhatsApp group to add me. So I'm on almost all the smaller groups. And I must tell you, I can't even start to begin to tell you what I experience on all these small groups. I think it's a Manzam Toti, for instance, the lady there just said to them, for the next 2 hours, we're going to crochet the woolies on me. Then Mossel Bay, for instance, I think I've put the video on there where they all sat and crochet this morning in Alberton. All over, the ladies are doing it with such an enthusiasm
and the passion.
Yes.
The other day, is a WhatsApp to say she's sending 7 blankets.
Wow.
And I thought I just can't just say thank you. So I actually phoned her. Sure.
Yeah.
And I said to her, 7 blankets. I must say thank you in person. And she said to me, you know what? I'm crocheting away my heart sore because I lost my husband. And this is my way of coping.
And healing.
And I just realized that this marathon is not just a marathon. It's to show all of us that we can actually carry each other through.
And we can do something together.
Yeah. Yes, no, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so I want to quickly, I'm going to, through the chat, I think we will be here for 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. I don't know how much time Leandra and Monique has, but we're all passionate.
We're in your hands.
We're all passionate. So we are here. If you want to hear from us, you can just go on. We will carry on because we are passionate about crocheting. And also giving back to the community. So I'm going to quickly go to the comments, go through the comments. If there's questions, read the questions so that we can answer them. If there's none, we will continue with our discussion. All right, so I finished off with Almarie. Katinka Stein sê, hallo julle, ek hoor en sien julle. Karen S, can see and hear. Amanda Claessens, hello. Amanda Roth, hello Leandra and Monique. Anneke Orendaal, which is ATKV-tak.
Oh, yes, Anneke.
Anneke said, so excited. AJ Timberlake says, hello. AJ en Getruide and the husbands are here. Oh, hello, julle. Hannelie Cole says, hallo uit 'n warm en droë PE, so opgewonde. En dan sê Anneke weer, julle sal my laat jump. So that is all the comments for now. I don't see any questions. Okay, so now you've set up this whole idea, right? And you obviously had requirements. So in terms of participating, what is your requirements to be able to participate in this amazing initiative?
Well, basically, you just have to crochet a block for us. So even if you send one block, even if you send us 500 blocks, but what happened now is with it booming out like it did, you know, if you've got, let's say, 100 blocks that you have to put together, the ladies from Maak Verskil, they do it on a regular basis. So we thought 100 blocks or 200 blocks for them, they can finish it in the marathon time, and we can hand out the blankets the very next day or two or something like that. But now, with the extremities that it's gone to, people are already sending their blocks to us now. So basically the blocks, to make it easier to put together, we want them, or we ask them to be in the range of 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. And the recommendation was a number 4 or number 4.5 crochet hook. It's just so that if there's mixed blocks, that they can easily go together without having different spanning. I don't know what you call spanning.
Yeah, gauge.
Yeah.
Gauge.
So to participate, you don't have to do anything. You can just crochet the blocks with us. You don't have to move in with a venue for the 30 hours. You can sit at home. We are not very clued up with live streaming yet, or YouTube or anything like that. This is the first time that we will be attempting anything like this. But we want to live stream the whole event where everybody can join in, and you can sit in your lounge, even if you are far removed from anybody and everybody and you don't feel like leaving your home. You can still be part of that 30 hours. So that's the basic requirements. Just crochet your blocks with us. That's it.
So and that's where we actually started. Sorry, when we were starting with the marketing, we realized we need some. There were some ladies who said, but they are in Boksburg, for instance. May they crochet with? And I said yes, but then you need to host it for us. You need to be our coordinator, and that's how it actually started. And it just went. I mean, we've got the Botswana crochet mafia that's crocheting with us. We've got ladies from Namibia, we've got from Australia, and from all over. So we also realized that this is becoming big. So then we approached the ATKV head office and we said to them, okay, so here we are this little small group from the West Rand
with an idea.
This is what happened. So now you need to help us. And we had a meeting with them this week, and we can say that we are over the moon. They're really helping us a lot. They are actually getting professional photographers to help us with videographers, to help us with the live stream. We're going to live stream on the ATKV Facebook page. They got all the different area streekverteenwoordigers. I don't know what that in English. All the region. Yes, they are all going to be involved with the different branches. They will be involved also in the different areas as far as they can. And yeah, they will also help then. I think you're going to ask us at a stage about that, about the distribution of the blankets. So they will all be involved with that as well. But they're amazing. They're amazing.
Oh, wow. I'm so happy to hear that, because that takes because this really grew above and beyond your expectation, right? So now at least you have that support from head office to be able to assist you with all the technicalities where you probably don't have that expertise, like you said, in terms of live streaming, videography, all those type of things, and that is now sorted for you. So then you can use your energy. Monique, especially in the mornings when you're crocheting in the car, you know, dropping off your children half an hour earlier, and things like that, which is really fun, right? But I think the reason why I'm really loving this project so much is because, firstly, we are crocheting something we are loving. That my cat Pepper is going to probably jump on the table just now, so don't be scared. Firstly, it's because of us having fun. Secondly, it's making a change, giving back to people in need, which I think is amazing. And then thirdly is that we are probably meeting other people crocheting, which we didn't know about in our area, because sometimes I feel like we're all alone. If you don't maybe go to your local yarn shop and crochet there, it feels like you don't know anybody else crocheting and you feel like you're sitting on an island. Now we're getting exposed to more people. We are going to crochet all in solidarity for 30 hours. And even before that, and yeah, it's such an exciting project. I really am excited. But I want to ask you. Yes, Leandra?
I was just going to say, and you're actually allowed to crochet for 30 hours, and your husband can't even say, I'm not cooking.
That's the best part. I'm doing a project. I have to make food. But I want to ask you, the 30 hours, because I think that's a question that we're probably going to get. There's some questions again, so I'm going to go back just now. But the 30 hours, explain, do we need to take energy drinks with us? Are we going to sit and crochet for 30 hours straight? And or how does it work? I know in our group, we have a schedule here in Bloemfontein where we have time slots. And so we want to make sure that there's somebody at the venue. I believe that is the case in all the other venues or nationally, but explain to us how you perceive or how you have the vision of the 30-hour crocheting.
It started off with shifts. We said that we're going to do shifts as long as someone is just crocheting. But we had a few challenges and people said, well, why don't we just do 30 hours? What's 30 hours? So now we are going to do the 30 hours flat.
Yeah.
Wow. So the people that will be doing it with us, I mean, even if I break for an hour, I know somewhere in South Africa, someone is busy crocheting for that hour that I'm breaking away. So now, if you want to do the 30 hours flat with us, you're more than welcome. We are going to do that. But it started off with various shifts. So obviously some of the shops, because they are located in shopping centers, they've got various business hours and, you know, shopping center hours that they can do. But if you go home, I mean, between 11 and 12, 11 and 1 in the mornings, that's the best time I find to crochet. And I thought I was alone. And then I went on to a video to do a flower. No, I learned how to do a flower now, but I wanted to do a heart. And I came across a live stream and it was hosted from Cape Town, somewhere in Cape Town.
Is it not on Granny Square?
I have no idea. I should have made a note about it, but it was half past 12. And it was a live event. And then when I logged in the meeting room was 112 guests at 12:30 in the morning, learning how to do a heart. That's when I realized, Monique, you're not alone. You're not doing this alone in the mornings. There's so many people out there that's doing it in the same hours and everything as you do. So yeah, but if you want to do 30 hours flat with us.
There's actually a lot of venues that are going to do the whole 30 hours.
Yes.
We do have venues that said, especially the retirement villages,
Yes.
They are doing more, say, on the Friday for certain hours, and then on the Saturday also for a certain amount of hours. But most venues are going to be with us the whole 30 hours. I'm sure they're also going to do shifts. But most of them are going to be online or be there for the whole 30 hours.
Yes. No, it's exciting. You know, Monique, we struggle as crocheters when we're busy with a project, and then you probably already had that problem where you would tell your husband, just one more row, and then I will do the food, or just one more row. My child is already telling me, then she comes in, then she tells me, Mama, when you're done with that row, can you just so
Exactly.
the next moment you see it's 12:30 in the evening.
Ja, exactly. On par, op die kop, net soos jy dit gesê het.
But I must tell you this. Sorry, I know we only have this much time, but I think it was two weeks or 3 weeks after we launched, we went for the weekend to Buffelspoort. So we were camping, sitting in our caravankie, and I said to them they must learn how to crochet. So now it's Monique and Nadia. Everyone knows Nadia by now. She's our financial, she's an attorney, but she's also doing all the finances. They were also there. So I was teaching them how to crochet. And you can't believe the men, they later said, can't we just go and swim? Because everyone just got busy crocheting.
And got frustrated.
Yeah. And the best part is, and that's where we realized something is going on here, is there was a lady passing by, and she said to us, oh, are you crocheting? And we said, yes, we're from Arendsnes. We're going to have a marathon. And she said, oh, no, we know about this marathon. We're from Delmas. We're doing this for our church or something.
Doing blocks for you.
And we were looking at each other, and we said, wow, what's going on here? And this is where we realized.
That's when we realized it's already gone beyond, the word has gone beyond to what we expected.
Wow.
And I mean, Delmas is where in Mpumalanga somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, so we did it, and we were sitting in a corner
at Buffelspoort.
In the middle of nowhere. And we didn't realize that the people in the resort actually already knew about the project and what we are going to be doing.
That's amazing. But you know, the one thing that I realized is if you're crocheting, Crocheting Public Day also is coming up in 10th of June. I'm going to host the event here in Bloemfontein. But if you crochet or knit in public, if somebody else is passing you by that also knits and crochet, it's like you're meeting up with a friend, because you know you're so excited to see another person crocheting, and it's so much fun. So yeah, it's awesome. Let's quickly go back to the comments and see. I just want to now scroll down to where we were. All right, Rosemary says my work, meaning I think she means I'm excited. So pas my kombers neergesit om te begin blokkies hekel. Yes, Rosemary. Sonja Rietman sê hallo van Sonja en Lisa van Drumblade Alpaca Sentrum. Hallo Sonja.
Ja.
Pietru van Aswegen sê hallo. Hi everyone. Hello Pietru. Sonja is sending a heart. Mariette Clark says Hekel en Kekel van Vanderbilt Park. Super awesome. Kan nie wag nie. Hallo Marie. Claudette sê, so mooiste mensies Leandra en Monique, ek kan my opgewondenheid nie keer nie. My vraag aan julle is, kan ons die marathon asseblief 'n jaarlikse instelling maak? En ek het gedink, dit gaan gebeur. So, what is happening? Are we going to have a yearly one now? The expectation is
continued. To be continued.
To be continued.
I must say, we would love to do this. It is a challenge. This week at a stage, I said to her, I can't anymore, because we've got our own real estate agency. I've got over 120 rentals that I'm dealing with. It was end of the month. The end of the month was a public holiday. Yeah. And you don't want to know, ladies really phone us like at 12 at night and want to know what time do we start the marathon. You know, it's really like this. But I'm enjoying every moment of this. And I think our biggest challenge at this point of time, I can say, yes, let's do this. But I think the biggest challenge is going to be the live stream, the whole event, the marathon itself. And then also, I know that the whole of South Africa's eyes are on us to see how these blankets are going to be distributed and what is going to happen from there on. So I think the important thing is to get all of that done. And if we're successful in all of that,
If we survive it,
then we will be able to say yes or no. And then, yes, why not?
we're not scared of it. We enjoy it. We really, we enjoy everything that we do with this marathon. It's just, and it's taking a toll on our business.
Yeah, because we really are busy with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will definitely see how it goes. And we, while we're talking about that, I can maybe explain to you, when I phoned Mara from Swanepoel from Maak, Verskil, I must tell you why we actually took hands with Maak, Verskil. They really, we handed out blankets with them from our Leandra real estate company a long time ago, about 2 years, 3 years ago. And I think the way they did it was, for me, so impressive. They don't just give the blankets. They call it a uitreik aksie, uitreik dag.
Yeah.
They do music, they take mugs with coffee. And the nice thing is they actually let the old people choose the color they like.
Even the kids, when we did the kids chose their own blankets. And they were hugging it and they loved it. And we saw them lying on the floor, sleeping on their own blankets because they just wanted to hold on to something that they could choose. And it was made for them.
And I think what also impressed me a lot is the fact that they've got a whole record of, say for instance, they gave blankets to Rodepoort Huis vir Bejaardes in 2018. Then they will follow up with the center and ask them, did you get new people? What's the need? So that for me was very, very impressive. The way they're doing it. And they're all ladies like ourselves doing it for the love of it. And I think that for me was very important. They're not just giving it to anyone. They're really doing homework, before they hand it out. And that for us was very important.
I think that's a really thought through process, thought through answer and process, because obviously we all see the potential of this becoming a yearly thing. But I think we have to first see the whole process through from your side, from your perspective, to really see what you can learn from the mistakes that you have made, which I don't see, but
Thank you.
but it can be stock take, and that you can see we can do it a bit better, or maybe this is not going to work, or yes, we're fine, let's do it next year. But I think it's a good idea to sit back as well and not be overly eager, even though there's this expectation already, because I knew this is going to come. There will be expectations like this because this is an awesome project. Yeah. But
interestingly enough, when we had the meeting this week with the head office of ATKV, they said to me, they were actually thinking that Youth Day is 2 weeks after the marathon, and we can somehow hand out the blankets then. And I said to her, you don't want to know. I, for instance, for the first time in my life, had to join a blanket, the blocks to make actually a blanket. And I think it took me 2 or 3 days to actually do it. And I said to her, one blanket. There's no way that Maak Verskil will be able to join all these blocks in 2 weeks' time. There's just no way. And I think while I'm talking to all these ladies, I think we must be realistic that some of the blankets we will be able to hand out a lot this winter, but I think some of these blankets will even be able to only be able to hand it out by next winter. So we will maybe do the next marathon for that winter and the following winter, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I know the answer to this, but I just want us to maybe put it out there. So you can either, and we're going to get into how you send your blocks and the WhatsApp group. I want to touch on the WhatsApp group. I want to touch on how you can send your blocks, and I want to touch on the distribution as well. But I think just to make sure and to clarify, you can either send in blocks, 20 by 20 centimeter blocks, or you can send in a joined blocks blanket, 36 blocks.
Yes.
Right. So that the people are just, that they know that there's options. And there's going to be people at Maak, Verskil Hekel group, which my assumption is that it's going to join those blocks for this project.
Yeah, at the marathon, they are not going to be sitting and making blocks. So on that 30-hour, we already, my own blankets, I'm starting to deliver to them in the meantime, because by the time that we do the marathon, we can already have a few blankets ready. I mean, the blocks are here. Why not start joining them now? And by the time we get to the marathon, we can, all the blocks that we do on the day, they can join for us. So, yeah, if you can put them together, you're more than welcome to. But people must also remember, when they send us the blocks, the completed blocks, they must add another bolletjie wol with it to put the blanket together. I think Mara weighed it out, and she said that the 100-gram bunches, if you make use of the 100-gram yarn, you just have to send one, because it takes one to put them together and to make a little edge around it.
Okay. That's a great, thank you for saying that, because I think
I must say to you, after I've done the one blanket, I phoned Mara and I said, we can't let a complete blanket count 36 blocks. There's no ways we can do that. There's too much work in it. So that's where you will see after a while on the WhatsApp group, we said no. At least if you send us a complete blanket, it counts as 44. We worked out 20% of a blanket gives, you know, the wool and the work and the everything, and we said 44.
Yeah.
And so then we counted as 44.
Okay, so why is the counting of the blocks important? Because I think people will want to know that. The amount of blocks.
We're going to do a barometer. So we got every block that comes in, we're going to put it in on the computer, and everybody across South Africa, even beyond, will be able to see how our blocks are coming in. So you're going to see how the barometer is filling up with the blocks. That's why if you send us a completed blanket, it will count as 44 blocks. So we're going to add 44 blocks onto the barometer. And by the end, we can say our group, the SAFARI CROCHET Marathon group, completed, let's say, 20,000 blocks for the year 2023.
Wow.
Yeah, and then of course we've got for the lady who's
prizes.
Yeah, for the lady who's doing the most blocks will obviously win a prize as well. So that for us is very important to do the counting of the blocks, and that's why it's very important, not only for the prizes but also for control purposes, that you always might give through, you know, the picture with how many blocks you send to your coordinator, to Nadia, because she really is keeping track of all of that. At this point of time, we're looking at a week. The lady is going to win a week at a ATKV resort of her choice.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite a nice prize.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a nice prize. We do have 2 other prizes, but we haven't discussed. We will still see how we're going to give that. I think that will be like a random. We want everyone like a lucky draw, you know, so that everyone can win that.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's quickly go to the comments and see if there's questions before I maybe ask my next question. Okay, Amanda. Oh, jene. Amanda Roth. Jo, julle, dit is so absoluut amazing hoe alles net so perfek nou by mekaar kom. Ja, so waar, Amanda. Chanel Rousseau. Hallo, Chanel. Chanel van Patches en Touty. Amanda Touty. So lekker om julle te sien. Ek beamoen Claudette. Ek dink ons moet die elke jaar doen. Met sulke sterretjies in die oogies. Anneke van Anna Patat. Anna Patat will be open for 30 hours straight We'll have dongas with fire for heat and ambiance. That is now in Paris. Coffee on tap, and all are welcome for as long as they please. Yes, like Anna, yes, ons het ek deur uit Parijs toe.
Ja.
Mara Swanepoel, hallo almal, hallo Mara, jy's van Maak 'n Verskil.
Yes.
Welkom. Dan, Christa Pretorius, Christa van Penne en Steke Engeltjies. Hallo Christa, ek het reeds al 30 uur gedoen om te oefen. Wow, that's impressive.
Hoeveel blokkies het jy gedoen in die 30 uur wonder ek?
Yeah. Christa, please tell us, how many blocks did you do in the 30 hours that you've already practiced for? So that's amazing. Sonia Rutman says, we have goosebumps.
Oh.
Katinka Stein, hallo Katinka. Ek stel voor dat ons volgende jaar 'n trei-marathon doen. Daar is soveel mense in die land wat warm klere nodig het. Mense kan iemand
klasse, dan wil ons nog klasse kry hoor.
Mense kan iemand treie maak met blokkies julle.
Oh, wow. Yes. Okay.
Okay, Christa says 90 in daai 30 uur.
What?
Wow.
Mara, did you hear that?
Christa is 'n masjien.
Dis 3 blokke per uur.
But she's a crochet machine then.
Send us a photo of your fingers. Because I don't think you have any more.
Dis crazy. Dis amazing.
And your eyes.
Wow. Okay.
Wonderlik.
That is amazing. Could you tell us more about the WhatsApp group and why you want the people, because I know there's all these small subgroups at the coordinators, but your main WhatsApp group, and you want the people that even though they are on the small coordinators groups, you want them to be part of the big group. So maybe I want you to explain what is the need for the WhatsApp group, what is discussed on there, everything pertaining to the WhatsApp group.
Okay, so we started the WhatsApp group initially just for the communication of how we're going to do it, what we're going to do, what. So, and then we, at a stage, we opened the WhatsApp group for people to be able to talk to us and to, but it was 2 days of constant talking. It was a nightmare, and we saw actually how people will start to leave the group. And then we decided this is not going to work. So we closed it again and we said only admins can put anything on this group. But I think first of all, for control purposes, statistics and everything, it's necessary for us to see how many crocheters or how many people are part of this group, and that was for us very, very important. I think we're now close to 800. There is a lot of the smaller groups who said some of, especially the older people, say that the groups are taking too much of their data. So then the coordinator is on their behalf on the group. But we also see that a lot of groups don't give through all the arrangements to their members. So it's really for us important to be able to be in touch with everyone. And like, for instance, I don't want to share a newspaper article of say Van der Bijl Park. I can't share it to all the WhatsApp groups. It's just a lot easier to share it only on the one WhatsApp group. So it makes our life just a bit easier, and it's I think at the moment we're using the big group just for the communication from our side to you, and also then we're going to use that a lot when we look at the live stream process. So it's important to have everyone on there, especially when we give arrangements through of the live stream process.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that group is important, because the next question I have is, so now either you have to, well, in my view, as I understand it, you have either the opportunity to sit with somebody as a coordinators group in, say, for instance, Bloemfontein. Annikie is my coordinator here. She's amazing. And it's an amazing group of people, let me tell you.
I saw that.
And so either you will be with that group, or like you said in the beginning, you can be alone at home.
Yeah.
But now you now need to send your blocks or your finished blankets, and it must go somewhere. So where do we need to send our things? How's it going to work? From either a person alone at home or in a group?
So if there's a coordinator in your area, we're going to ask that everybody in that specific area send their blocks to their coordinator. If, let's say, you are in an area like a farm outside on Springbok, and you don't have a coordinator or there's nobody close to you, then you can Pudo or Paxi or courier, or by whatever means necessary, you can send your blocks straight to us. So we thought that with the coordinators having the venues, it's easier for them to collect the blocks and have it sent in one box to us instead of sending 20, 30 smaller parcels at a time. So cost-wise, I think if you've got a coordinator, it's easier to drop it off with them. They make note of it or keep record of it. But it's important when you send your blocks, even if you send 1 or if you send 500, take a photo of your blocks and make it fun. Take a photo of you with your blocks. We want to see who made the blocks, not just a box of blocks. We want to see who made the blocks. So take a photo of yourself and the blocks, send it to Nadia. You'll see her number is everywhere on the WhatsApp group. And tell us where you're sending it from. Because I think there's a blanket on its way from Mauritius.
Yeah.
So, somebody from Mauritius is sending us blankets that she's already completed and put together. And Namibia as well. And Portugal.
Yeah. The nice thing is what we want to do is we really try, we're keeping most of the photographs that because I get it from all the groups, and we've got a WhatsApp group. So I steal all your photos and I put it on our personal, just Hekel photos, we call it. So we're going to use that when we do the live stream, because I think obviously you don't want to sit for 30 hours and look on the back of someone's head while she's crocheting. So we want to do something nice when we do the live stream. So then we need that. And we actually said we will ask you on the group soon that we will want to ask all our coordinators, if you've got a nice story, for instance. I know here on the West Rand Maak, Verskil, for instance, there was a lady, and when I started doing crocheting, I saw a lot on the groups, Marianne, if she were also always saying, rather use this yarn, or I use this, or she was one of the ladies, and very few people knew that she passed away, that she always, every month, gave 500 Rand a month to Maak Verskil for yarn. It's something like that we would like to share to everyone, you know, on the live stream. So we want to share something about Marianne. If you know any nice stories, if you, the wool shops that is sponsoring their groups, or that's part of it, please send us your logos. We want to put it on Facebook. We want to share your story on our live stream.
Yeah.
We really need a lot of clips. So Monique is more the marketing guy, so she can tell you what we need.
Even the clips, if you make a quick clip of, hello, ek is Monique van Leandra Real Estate. Ek kan nie hekel nie, maar ek gaan nou leer. Hier sit ek nou. Hier's my eerste blokkie klaar. Hier's my video. Ek gaan die marathon saam met julle doen. Geniet dit. Just small clips, about a minute or two, about you, your story, your life, even the shops. There's a shop, I don't even know where. They take photos of the people that come in, that walk past their shop every day. So if you complete a block, they give you a coffee. So yes, I'll crochet for coffee, eh? I'm a coffeeholic. So if you pass their shop and you smell the coffee, you quickly sit, you do a block, they take a photo of you and they send it in. Imagine on that day, that for 30 hours, while we are live streaming, the photos will pop up. Everybody that participated, not only in the 30 hours, but the whole event leading up to the Safari Marathon. Yeah. I mean, if you see your handiwork, the blocks that you've already sent to us, or the photos of your group, that there's a group in Mossel Bay that got together at Salt and Copper, and they were sitting inside crocheting.
I saw. It looked so awesome.
Yeah.
So imagine that video popping up on our 30 hours. So please, if you've got videos, stories, that's the way we connect, is with each other. So send them through to us. If possible, not longer than 5 minutes.
No, that's even long, eh?
5 minutes is very, very long. So, but if we can make it short clips between 40 seconds and up to a minute, that would be amazing. That would really help us a lot.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. All right, let's quickly go to the comments again. Mara Sannepoel, impressive. Ons sal moet kyk na die Guinness World Records.
Oh yes, we are definitely doing that.
Yes,
I think working on that. Definitely.
Yes.
Can I say something about Mara before you go on?
Yes, please
say something. Sorry. You know what impressed me also a lot about the Maak Verskil group is a week before they've got one of these outreach events where they actually go and hand out the blankets, they throw these blankets in the sun so that it smells nice, fresh. Then they sprinkle some nice smelly stuff on it, and they really put so much effort into the packaging of these blankets. You must see it. It's lovely. I get so excited when talking about them. So yeah, I just had to share that as well.
That is amazing, because it really means that they're really attentive to the person that's going to get that parcel.
Yeah.
And that person feels loved and special. That's amazing. Claudette, nog 'n vraag. Ekskuus julle. Nee, Claudette, vra. Jy is so wat, jy kan ons heeldag besig hou. Is julle okay met 'n voltooide kombers wat rye is of corner to corner is en nie noodwendig blokkies nie?
Yes.
So for English speaking people, are you okay with having a blanket, the blocks? It's not necessarily a granny square as the one that I'm busy with. Is it okay if I'm doing rows or corner to corner?
Anything that you can and want to send, you can do that. The only reason why we asked and advertised the blocks is it's easier to send. It's especially when you do Pudo packs or Paxi packs, it's smaller to send, and it's easier for the ladies from Maak Verskil to put it together. Then we can count out 36 blocks, match them up with the colors, and to put them together so that die hanteerwerk, to make it easier to handle. That's why we said 20 by 20. But if you want to do a corner to corner, you're more than welcome.
I must also be honest with you. When we started this, we didn't think about corner to corner or whatever. We were thinking about blocks. So yes, please, I saw beautiful work that's different. I think the important thing is, and that also Maak Verskil helped us with, is to say that as far as possible, make the blankets 1.2 by 1.2 meter. So that's 20 blocks. What they also explained to 36 blocks. What they also explained to us is if you do 6 by 6 blocks, then it's very good for an older people or also gestremde persoon. Someone in a wheelchair, for instance, then it's a nice blanket for them. But if you do 7 by 5, it's nice for a single bed. So if we hand out to children homes, it's maybe better to do a 7 by 5. But if it's for elderly people or then
disabled
6
by 6 is going to work better, because then the blanket don't go into the wheels of the wheelchair, and even when they're sitting on a chair or on a bed, it's a nice, it covers all of their legs, but it's not excessively heavy, because obviously there's no strength, so they can't move or stand up. Even if the blanket drops on the floor, they don't have the strength to pick it up again. So it was just, it came through as a recommendation from their side to make it easier to use for the people.
Okay. All right, next question. Vicky Wessels. Hallo Vicky. Wow, Christa, jy's 'n masjien. Wens ek kan meer hekel en langer, maar my eynaalhande laat my nou so nou en dan 'n breek vat. Maar ek is beslis 'n woolaholic. Yes, and maybe on this point, I think it's important that we maybe, before I'm going to read the other comments and questions just now as well, but I think it's important that we do recognize that we really have to take breaks so that we can actually have sustainable usage of our hands crocheting longer. Because I had an incident. No, it's not an incident. An injury. I had an injury a few years back. I was crocheting bags. It's called the float tote bag with cotton. And I was so excited about this pattern. It's the most beautiful bags. And I was doing tight crocheting. And I was crocheting the whole weekend. And coming Monday, I was not able to pick up my pen at work. I was not able to use my hand. And I had to go to the physiotherapist. And luckily, she knows me very well. And she knows I knit and crochet like a woolaholic. She grounded me for 2 weeks. I was not allowed to crochet or knit for 2 weeks. It was horrible. So, it was excruciating. So please, it is important that we do take breaks and also, stretch our hands and fingers and not crochet. I know it's lovely and wonderful to do it, but you want to be able to use your hands all the time.
You know what? That's a good idea. Maybe your physio, if she won't mind, you can do a video with her, just a few minutes, where she can give us a few hints, if she will allow it, that we can showcase
on the live
stream. Everybody, before we hit the 30 hours, when we do the countdown to start, we all do a few exercises.
That's a good idea. No, don't worry, I'll be on it. Monique,
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good idea, but it's so true, because we don't want to sit in a situation where we are grounded for 2 weeks. It's horrible.
No.
Christa Pretorius, Christa, hallo. Ek het al eelte van al die hekel. Kyk uit vir Jeffrey se mooiste kombers. Ek stuur 'n foto van ons mooiste een.
Oh wow, well done, thank you.
Mara sê, my favorite story is the lady at Krugersdorp old age home that would only accept a new crochet blanket from us if we take her old one to redistribute to a person in need.
Oh my word.
Oh wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Karen S. Jammer, kon nie heeltyd luister nie, maar kan julle skat hoeveel blokke gaan julle kry of wat sal julle as ongelooflik baie skat? So how many blocks will be a lot?
I said to my husband when we started this, I said to him, when we saw it started to happen, this is happening, growing, and I said to him, I think if we can get 200 blankets from this marathon, I will be over the moon. Now we're just gonna see what happens.
Now we can't even estimate, because we are more than 1,200 actively crocheting as we speak before the marathon. So, I mean, for me to have completed blocks for 5 blankets, that wasn't even an idea. I didn't even think of contributing 1 block for the marathon, because I thought I'm organizing it, so there's not going to be time for me to crochet, and I'm already busy with the blocks for blanket number 5. So we can't even estimate. We don't even know. So every single block that comes in, it's a blessing. That's it.
And as I say, I get a WhatsApp, and then it's a lady to say she's sending me 7 blankets.
Yeah.
And it's happening all the time. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
I'm goosebumps if I talk about this marathon. I think we're gonna be both out of our marriages.
We are divorced after this.
No, I think they also love you for the commitment and the change that you're making. Even though it's hard,
they actually support us. They actually support us a lot. My dad, He makes food and brings coffee all the time. I promise you, on the clock, every hour and a half, you'll see he puts down a fresh cup of coffee for us to arrange this and to do this. And even my kids, this morning, you'll see on the group, we send it out. Even they handing out pamphlets and brochures, and they're telling everybody. My youngest one at after school care, she told the lady or the teacher that's looking after them and helping them with the homework. She said, Tannie, jy moet begin hekel. You're gonna get caught without a blanket or out a block before the winter. And about a week ago, she came home with 2 blankets that her after school care teacher crocheted for us. And it's just because I didn't even tell her about it, because I didn't think that she would find it interesting or would want to participate. Yeah. And my little one spread the word, and she brought home 2 blankets for us for the event. That's so another part of our crochet marathon, a reason why we wanted to do the project in the first place as well, is our motto for the year at ATKV is invest in yourself, invest in your future. Now, our children is our future. And in school, we don't learn to crochet or needlework or anything like that, like they used to in the olden days. Yes. And my mom especially, she believes whatever she teaches us is a legacy that she can pass on. And it's something that we are going to pass on to our children again. Sure. And with this marathon, we want to inspire the younger generation to learn how to do this, and then to see why older people enjoy it so much, because there's no age limit that can be put on something like this. It's an art. It's something that you will have to learn to do it. But once as jy die concept snap, as jy hom het, nobody can take it away from you again. And it's something you can do in any country, in any region. You can do it in a group, you can do it by yourself. It's something that will bring you closer to a different type of community that you never knew existed. Yes. And that's what we want to hand over to our children. We want to teach them
to be able to give and enjoy while they give. Yeah. And that's why we're also part of a ATKV group in our area. People see the ATKV gatherings as a lot of old people just getting together and I don't know, doing what. And we really have one fantastic group on the West Rand where we really try. We want our children to enjoy what they're doing in our language, of course, but also to be able to give, but in a nice, lekker way.
And to enjoy. And how nice is it to give something that you made with your own hands, and you see the joy that it brings to the person you're passing it on to. That we can't explain. And our kids, we call them the COVID generation. The other day, my daughter, I asked her to do something and she said, no, they've got COVID. I'm not going close. I'm not doing that. And I thought, they're never going to learn how to give themselves to someone if they've got that approach. Yeah. And this marathon is definitely opening our eyes.
And breaking down barriers, I think.
Yes, it does. It does.
No, I agree with you. I have to say, even with me crocheting, I'm actually a very selfish knitter and crocheter. I love to crochet for myself, and not I do community projects, but not as often. So I'm very excited to being part of this. But I have also a very supportive husband. He's actually sitting next door, making sure that we don't have any people saying horrible things in the chat. And I'm so happy to hear that, you also have that support, because sometimes when I'm so in the mood of crocheting, my husband will just say, I can see food is not going to happen. Don't worry, I'll make food. That is really, I'm so happy that we have men supporting us. But I think also, because you were talking a little bit about the craft, and I think for me, crocheting, and I'm also knitting, but let's talk about crocheting. It's a creative process where you can sit down and your mind can just be at peace, right? It can be a process of healing, like Leandra said earlier. And then in the same time, you can either create something for yourself or create something for your family or loved ones or friends, or even create something for people in need. So for me, I'm really passionate about, knitting and crocheting because for me, it's really a sanity project. I really crochet and I knit so that I'm not murdering people. It sounds very bad, but for me, it's really it's a mindfulness craft where I can really wind down, de-stress, and be an approachable person for my family, for my husband and my child, and that, with that being said, I create something beautiful while I'm doing that. So for me, we are combining this all in this amazing project that you're running, which I'm really so excited.
You know what? I also experienced that a lot of, especially the younger ladies, are shy to say that I'm crocheting. It's as if they think it's not something to say out loud. And suddenly it's just, I am allowed to crochet and I can
talk about it and I can tell everyone about it.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's awesome. Let's quickly look again because there's a few ladies that said. Rosemary says, so what must be the measurements of the finished blankets? 36 blocks and 4 corner to corners. I know you touched on it now, but I just want to write it down. So if you can just maybe highlight that point again, please, Monique.
1.2 by 1.2 meters for a completed blanket. If yours is bigger, if it's a single bed fit, then it's also perfect. Because when you put it together, it becomes quite heavy. So now when it's dry, it's easier to use. But when you've washed it, obviously you can't just put it in a dryer and you can't just put it over on a line. It's too heavy to do that. So to hand it out and to make it easier to use, 1.2 by 1.2 meters completed, that would be amazing. Or the 7 blocks by 5 blocks for the children blankets, which comes out to a single bed.
Monique,
are you still there?
I'm still here. There you are. Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Hold on. I just want to quickly see if it's so for those that is on the live still, just bear with me. I just want to make sure that it is. I'm using Zoom and I'm live streaming from. Yes, it's on the stream. Okay. No, we are fine. We just lost Monique and Leandra a little bit. So I just want to confirm 1.2 by 1.2. You said.
Yes.
Or 36 blocks. Rosemary, I hope that answers your question. Suzette, hello Suzette van die Noord-Kaap. Hello Suzette. Hi all ladies. A little bit late, but we're on standby call out. Out of signal, typical Northern Cape. My blanket is halfway. I am part of Namakwa ATKV. Hello Suzette. Yeah, Suzette is an avid knitter and crocheter. Martha Botha, hallo Martha, sy sê hallo van Kroonstad. Hallo Martha. Vicky Wessels, waar stoor julle alles? Ek en my dogter het 2 sulke projekte gedoen in Carletonville 'n paar jaar terug en ons huise was op hulle kop. So I just asked Leandra and Monique, how does their house look just before we started the live stream? So please tell us. Where do you store everything?
It's blocks all over.
From the lounge to the dining to the spare bedroom to the second bedroom. All the bedrooms are blocks from floor to top. Yeah, it's quite colorful in here.
Luckily, I've had 4 daughters, so we have quite a few rooms, and they're all now out of the house, so there's space.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we've got space for more, so keep them coming. We've got the space. The space will never be an issue with us.
Sorry, you earlier asked about the taking the blocks to the coordinators.
Yes.
And they will then get it to us. I also want to say, while we're talking about that, if some of our venues did get like the sponsors to send it to us.
Yeah.
But if there's a problem and if you can't get it to us, please get in contact with either myself or Monique, and we will help you with it. We've got ATKV involved from head office side. They will also help us, even if they have to get their region managers or whatever to get it to us. But we will help you to get it to us if there's a problem.
Oh, that's fine.
And if I have to get in my car and go and fetch it, I will do that as well. I so want to meet everyone.
Yes,
They're also
I can just
wonderful.
imagine.
They're all so lovely.
Okay, so Zet van Northern Cape says, in Namakwa, we inspire our young ones to learn to knit. This year, I'm at Die Parkie in Maatjies Kloof. It's an ATKV project for Springbok branch. Okay, so they're going to do obviously the knitting, learning them to knit there. That's amazing.
Can I ask you quickly, was there any article in Springbok paper as yet? Because they did an interview with me.
About a week ago.
About 2 weeks already. Maybe she can just let us know if there was an article in the papers yet.
Okay, so Zed, so please let us know if there was an article in the local newspaper at Springbok with regards to the Safari Crochet Marathon.
And please remember, even if you're crocheting like them, they're going to do the Parkie event now. Take photos, take videos, show us how you are teaching the kids to do it. And then please send it on to us, because we want to show the world what the people in our group will or contributed
achieved.
Yeah, no, for sure. Vicky says the youth is important. That's why I taught my grade 8 and my grade 8 and 9 creative arts to knit.
Yes.
I agree. It's really something that they can use for themselves to either clothe themselves or, you know, it's a very important craft.
We salute you, Vicky.
Yes, absolutely. Katinka Stein, hallo Katinka. My kleindogter is 8 en sy is besig om te oefen om 'n Granny Smith blokkie te hekel. Sodat sy saam met ons die marathon kan doen. Ag julle, dis
wow.
Suzette sê our local PO. Our local PO.
Post office.
Post office.
Oh, post office. Okay. Rosemary, thank you very much. That's great. That's in with regards to the question about the size. Sonia Rickman, I taught my best friend's daughter Lisa Blom. O jene, Lisa Blom. Ek dink nou of aan iemand. To crochet. She's in grade 8 in Verskil Hekel. She crochets everywhere. Her friends think that she is weird, and she does not care. She crochets. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
I hosted 2 ladies or 2 children, teenagers. I think it was in December month on my channel. Tutu Creations was their name. It's 2 girls from also from a local school. I think they're also in grade 8 now. They have a business crocheting things. And the children in the school are actually so supportive. The teachers, everybody orders stuff from them. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well done.
Mara Swanepoel, Mara, die wat by die hoofvenue kom hekel, sal ook vir Stefan, een van ons manlike hekelmaats ontmoet. Hy is 'n Maak Verskil se stigter, Gerda Grobler se seun, en hekel ook te lekker saam met die dames. Ja, nee. It's true. There's a lot of men that crochets and knits. That we don't know.
But he said he's going to put us on a a treadmill while we crochet, to do exercise while we. So I'm careful for Stefan.
But that is really being productive on another level. Charnel, hello Charnel. One of our local English schools have asked me to share a few ideas and teach a bit about crocheting. And on 20 May, I will be putting the safari big time, punting the safari big time, hoping the school might participate. Okay, so she's going to go there on the 20th and then obviously root for Safari Crochet as well.
Yes. Amazing.
Almarie asks, Delaray, do you have a specific way of joining the blocks? Do you ask for a specific way?
No, anyway, the way they want to join it. Anyway, there's no way.
There's no specifics. Any blocks, any color, any shapes, just send us the blocks and send us the blankets. That's it. Basic.
I did share on the main WhatsApp group. I did share some ideas of how you can join them. I received quite a few from Mora as well, and from I think it was Hannelei. I hope I announced her name right. Hannelei Kohle. She also sent us some ideas. She did a beautiful blanket, and I've seen that on the group as well. So yeah, they can just, and if they didn't get it, they're more than welcome to give me a WhatsApp and I'll send them the links. Yes.
Yeah. So please tell us, we touched on it, but we didn't dive into it, to talk about how the blankets, I know you said it might even still, most of them might even still be only distributed next year, but
yes.
Where is these blankets going to go?
Okay, so what we're going to do is, after we received all the blankets, we will ask from this main WhatsApp group. We will at a stage ask from everyone that did crochet, that did participate, that they must give us suggestions where they think it should be distributed to. For instance, I know there's a group in Brits, I think for yarn, is it called? They specifically asked that there's a place where they would like it to be distributed to. So we will ask suggestions from all the ladies, and then with the help of ATKV, we will also do like a need assessment, and then it will be distributed in all the different areas under our people, under where the need is. Yes. Yeah.
Will that also be then recorded? What I mean by that is photos taken.
Definitely. Definitely. And again, the eyes, I think that's why it's so difficult to say, yes, we are going to do it next year. We need to first go through this whole process, because I also know that 1,200 ladies are crocheting for this marathon, and all those eyes are on us to see where these blankets are going to. So for us, it's also very important to give it out to where there's really where the need are. Yes.
Yeah.
And to keep record, so that it doesn't go to places where they get a lot. I don't know how to say it.
The ideal will also be, and I know I'm now, that's where the difficult part is. The ideal will be to where we can make these ladies part of the outreach, part of handing out these blankets. And if we can do that, I will be over them.
Yeah. I think that would be great for you to be able to really feel and be able to connect physically to people that have made such a big change as part of your project. To then meet up with those ladies, I think it will be really special. So I can understand why you would see that need.
I know that we won't be able to be there at all the handouts and all that, because it's going to be all over South Africa. But that's why we also had to get the head office of ATKV involved, because the different again streke areas will need to be involved with the handout.
Wow. All right, let me see. Hannelie says, mens spreek my naam uit, Hannelie. Okay, en van Coles, soos so she hasn't had any more. I think there's information missing. She's still busy, probably typing or something. And I think there's no other questions. Is there any other questions the people that is watching would like to ask Hannelie, Monique and Leandra? Because that is now your time to ask. But I want to know, Leandra, show me what you're busy with.
Oh, definitely a block. Definitely a block. There you go. There you go. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's a little bit
No,
blurry.
I blur. I blur.
Ja, maar we can hou so 'n bietjie meer na jou gesig toe. Dis hy, perfek. As hy. O, dis beautiful.
Daar's hy. You know,
We are live streaming from our office, né?
This is our office.
This is where we sell properties, but this is what we do in the meantime.
Wow. Leandra's
actually my own. I didn't take some of the ones that was delivered.
You, Monique, what are you busy with?
I've got it was one of my kids' projects at school. So this is what leftover wool,
Yarn,
but it's
yeah.
yarn. But this is also a block.
Oh, dis hy. Oh ja.
Dis net 'n leftover stukkie wol wat oorgebly het en nou maak ons hom 'n blokkie.
Dis hy. Ja. Crocheting these blocks is perfect for having, you know, leftover stash.
Ja.
Small bolletjies.
Yes.
Hannelie sê kool soos Engels vir kole. Got you.
Okay.
Mara says what works is to make sure a recipient of a blanket is a need to have and not a nice to have.
Oh,
Yes, that's beautiful.
Dankie, Mara.
Perfectly said.
That is beautifully said. I agree. Suzette van die Noord-Kaap say they will I will check with the Platelander, the local newspaper. They want to do an interview Monday the 15th at die parkie.
I'll tell you now.
Well, could she send us a WhatsApp, please, just to remind us as well? And if they can send us coverage from there, even if it's a few photos or videos while they're busy doing it, that would be amazing.
Suzette, I believe you're part of the big group on the WhatsApp group, and the numbers do appear there of Leandra and Monique. So then please just send them.
You can maybe just tell her the lady who did the interview was Dean from Springbok.
Okay. There you have it. There you have it. So I just finished my first block while we were not first block during the live. Is my block.
Well done.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's taking me more than an hour. Who was the lady that was so quick with 3 in an hour? I am obviously not on that level.
Can I also just mention, we're really trying to get more and more people involved while we're running this, while we're on this train. Let's enjoy it. So
Yes.
we're really trying to get more towns, more areas involved, and there's still quite a lot of towns that doesn't know about the marathon, and we really want to ask everyone out there, word of mouth is our best marketing. If you can also tell, if you know of anyone on a town that we don't have on our venue list this year, please tell them. And I don't know the Kaapse Council. I'm from the West Rand, so I don't know the Kaapse Council, but there's a lady, Gilma Stander, that's having an interview with us on the 17th of May between 1:45 and 2 o'clock from the Kaapse Council. Also about the marathon.
That's a radio station.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, I assume it is. So we're doing an interview then.
Groot ontbyt.
We're trying for the Groot Ontbyt at the moment, so we hopefully will be able to do some marketing there as well. So if any of you, well, we've done, I think we were in 5 papers already.
Yeah.
We really are growing day by day. It's wonderful. It's amazing.
Wow. All right. I don't see any other questions coming in. So is there anything else that you think we need to discuss, Monique of Leandra? anything else pertaining to organizing or strategies or event? Where's the main event going to be? Because I saw Mora said something about the main event. So there's obviously a main event.
Yeah, it's on the West Rand. We initially started at the Rodepoort Centrum for bejaardes.
No, we started in our lounge. We started in our lounge, but now we had to move to a bigger venue.
Yeah, the nice thing about why we're using Constantia Kloof NG Kerk is because they're already geared for live streaming. So that was the one reason.
There's generators and everything.
A generator in place for load shedding, and they have everything in place for us. We can accommodate at least about 300 people,
guests, yeah,
to crochet there. So that's going to be where we will be doing everything from.
Okay.
I must say, and you didn't ask me that question, and I was actually waiting for that question. What is our biggest challenge of this event?
Yes.
I think our biggest challenge is yarn. We have a lot of ladies that say, I'm willing to crochet, but I've done all my yarn. I don't have anymore, and that is for us a really big challenge. So we're really trying to get sponsors, but it's difficult, it's out there, very difficult. So I must say thank you to all the ladies, to all the people out there who's helping each other to give yarn for those who doesn't have. So that is wonderful,
and it's enabling them to also participate in the marathon, whereas they wouldn't have been able to do that previously.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Yeah, that's our biggest one at the moment.
Yeah, then also all the venues, I think most of the venues said they will sponsor coffee and tea, but I think most of the attendees are going to take their own picnic basket or they're going to sell hot dogs or whatever. But if you are at a venue and if you are a coordinator and there is not, you can't provide coffee and tea or anything like that, please get in contact with us. We will make a plan. So please get in contact with us. That's for us very important. We want everyone out there to enjoy this marathon with us.
Yes. Yeah, I think for instance, in our group, we had already a get-together at Anniki's place, which was lovely. And then we decided that we're going to all pull together some monies and make it enjoyable, have soup and broodjies or whatever available, and make sure that we clap together for coffee and tea and milk or whatever the case might be, so that it can be enjoyable and, be a fun event. And who doesn't love a good cup of coffee and food? So, but I think there's a need definitely for yarn and then also money. So I would believe, like you said, there's an attorney friend of yours, part of the project, looking after your finances. So if you're able as a viewer of this, this video, this live stream, and you maybe want to contribute not only yarn, but also money towards maybe that can be utilized towards a group needing coffee or some snacks or whatever the case might be, that is that contribution that you can make as well.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. That is so excited. I mean, there's going to be how many days now before?
I haven't counted.
Yeah, almost 20 days.
We will start counting it down on the No, we haven't counted it, but we will start a countdown.
And it's going to become more busier and busier for you.
It does. It does.
I hope that you have really, there's already amazing support in terms of your family, and also I can see Mora, that support, the Maak Verskil Hekel group, and I believe the people, obviously the ATKV, but scream if we can help with anything other than crocheting or giving yarn.
I must tell you, I think it would be so nice to be able to meet every lady every person. Every time say every lady, and we get so much. There's so many men out there who's also supporting us. I really want to say to you all, you became like friends. It's unbelievable. It's so nice to be part of the smaller groups, to see the passion everyone is doing this with. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I enjoy every moment.
And where we started with Monique not crocheting, now she's crocheting in the car waiting for her children. Dropping them off.
And I must say to you, every day I get a new Facebook friend.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to get to know everyone. So it's unbelievable. Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay, let's see if there's last questions. Oh, there's a few questions that came in.
Oh.
That's so awesome. Suzette says, ladies, I must go to work again, stand by, but we'll watch video afterwards. There's 2 venues in Maak, Kleinsee and Steenkop, as far as I know. Great, Suzette, lekker werk. Charnel says, asks, how many venues are participating?
Currently, we're 92. Currently,
92.
we're 92.
92.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we're
That's a
growing
lot.
every day.
That's why we can only send out the updated list once a week, because we sent it out about a week ago, and obviously one venue falls away and then 5 new ones come aboard. Last night, I don't even know what time last night, we got a new venue in as well. So for me to update it, we don't want to bombard the group with a new venue every day. So that's why we only update the venue list once a week. But I promise you, it's being worked on a daily basis. There's new venues coming in daily. And as the word is spreading, people say, listen, my town is not on here. Let's get it on. They make a plan you'll see that on the venue list, it says an area name, but venue to be confirmed. They just want to be part. They don't know how and where and why, but they just want to be a part of it. So keep the venues coming. We're not scared. We didn't put a limit or a cap on it. Keep them coming. We're open to them.
Yeah, you've got it. Amanda Claessens, julle entoesiasme is aansteeklik. Ek is ingeskakel by Katinka Steyn se groep in Kempton Park en sien baie uit daarna.
Oh, well done.
Dan ja, Amanda, dit ek dink is almal van ons voel so, ons almal is so excited. Claudette, ek gaan nou groet julle, my kinders, 2 kitties, wil nou eet en die wasgoed is nog op die draad. Mooi bly. Claudette. All right, and I think we've come to the end of the live. It was, it feels like I don't want to stop. Because it's so much fun.
Me as well.
Is there any last words, Leandra, from your side?
Yeah, I really want to say thank you to Maak Verskil. I think, you know what, those ladies are doing that group are doing an incredible job. They're supporting us with this marathon. They're there when we don't know the answers. And I really want to say, even if it's not the marathon, join them and become part of this group. They're lovely people. They're down-to-earth people, and they really are helping us to make this a success.
Yeah.
And I also need to say thank you to the ATKV. They really are helping us. And yes, then also I think very important just is everyone, if you've got a wool shop, if you've got a special group and you've got a logo, please send it to us. We want to do some marketing for you as well on our
That's how we can give back to everybody that's giving so much to us. We can help you put your business on the Facebook, because obviously you can imagine the amount of views our Facebook page has received in the last few weeks, months. So obviously we want to put every photo, every logo, everything that we can do to give back to the people that's giving so much to us. We want to do that. And we've got the platform now to do that. So kom ons ry die trein en ons geniet hom.
But I must tell you something. Before we go, I felt like a movie star. I felt like Daisy from Boer Soek 'n Vrou. I took some flyers to threads and all over, and I said to Monique, I got out the car and I said, hello, ek is Leandra van die Hekel Marathon. Oh, Leandra, het jy nou van vlieg? I was like, oh my word. It was so nice.
Oh,
You were
that's lovely. No, but I think you're definitely both of you and Verskil. Big stars, absolutely. Before I get to Monique, let me just quickly, there's 2 questions. As mens dalk 'n venue wil wees, maar nie fasiliteit het om te kan stream nie, sal dit 'n probleem wees. Will it be a problem if you have a venue but you're not able to live stream?
Gladly. Load shedding is a reality in our country. Data is expensive, so we know all we want from your group is a photo or 2. That's it. And we're busy with a list that we're gonna distribute to all the venues closer to the time, where they can fill it in and just keep us updated on who is crocheting with them. Obviously, we want to know how many participated.
And for the and for also for that record,
Guinness's world record,
the world record.
even the records.
Yeah, we will need ID numbers with we will have to give that through if we want to qualify
and participate in that. So if you can't live stream, if you can't sign in, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy it and just send us a photo while you're enjoying it. That's it.
Okay. Then Rosemary says or asks, is there a list of groups in Pretoria? But then in the chat it progressed. These people are asking and questioning and answering at the same time. It's amazing. So Rosemary is asking that. Rosemary, we need to get you on the main group, but I will assist you with that. Amanda says there's a couple in Pretoria so far, Rosemary. What area are you? And then Rosemary is like, Moreleta Park, Amanda. Rosemary, you will be sorted out, let me tell you. Definitely. Yeah, and then Monique, your last words for the people out there.
Just enjoy it. Enjoy it as much as we do. And yeah, thank you for all your help. Thank you for all the hard work, and thank you for putting your heart into it. That's it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And don't hesitate to ask.
And don't hesitate to ask for help. And if we can't, we'll make a plan. We always make a plan. Even the kids know by now, if something goes wrong, they'll say, "Wag, ons maak 'n plan." So please ask, get in contact with us. We'll make a plan.
Oh, awesome. All right. So on that note, I want to say thank you very much to Leandra and Monique for being part of this live stream. I'm having a live stream. I'm trying to have a live stream every week where I sit and crochet my blokkie while we're talking about the Safari Crochet Marathon. But I really want to thank you for taking the time to come here and, sit with me and chat and have a kuier and talk about the Safari Crochet Marathon. It really means a lot to me. But I also want to thank you from South Africa's point of view, to say thank you so much to both you, as well as Maak Verskil Hekel group, for the change that you're bringing, for this amazing initiative and opportunity you are giving us to be able to crochet for 30 hours, and even before that, being part of this amazing community, making a change, and we are just all feeling the love. Thank you so much for all the hard work. I know it's not easy. You're having a business, you're having to be able to do this initiative, run this whole project, getting your house filled up with blocks. Then you have to still be a wife to your husbands, a mother to your children, look after your houses, feed the family, the cat, whatever. It's not an easy task. And we are taking note of the amount of work you're putting in the WhatsApp group, managing all of that, managing the venues, managing the smaller groups. It's not going without notice. And thank you so much for putting your heart into the project together with the Maak Verskil Hekel group. We are so excited about this. I want to also thank everyone that came onto the live stream, participating in the chat, asking all the questions, watching this live stream. It's really appreciated. I hope that all your questions has been answered. Yeah, it's been really a lot of fun. So thank you so very much. And then
thank you for you.
It's such a pleasure. And then we'll see each other again in the next live stream.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
All